Karibu sana to the program. We are now back with our first conversation this Thursday morning, and it's all about entertainment and the gospel scene specifically. We keep talking about perhaps it not going the right direction, but those who describe themselves as gospel ministers, if given a chance, what will they do? That is the conversation we want to have this morning, and I'm joined by Nelly Kanazi. She is a gospel artist, gospel minister. Karibu sana to the program, Nelly.
Thank you so much.
You have a story. Let's start from there. You began writing in 2006, 2007.
Yes.
But ukaanza kurecord 2014. Was it, no, 2021.
2021.
Why did you take that long break na ulianza kuandika kitambo sana?
Okay, when I started maybe writing these songs, like now I knew I could write, yeah, a script of the song. Okay, so many things happened on the way. I was very young then, remember? I think I was 19 years, like immediately after high school.
Yeah.
That's when I started. Okay, I used to sing back in primary, in my Sunday school and all that. Yeah, I came to the praise and worship. So I discovered I have a voice. That is first thing, the first thing. I discovered I have a voice. People could tell me, wow, you can sing. Yeah, but now starting writing my own songs, I wrote the first one in 2006. Yeah, so it took me a bit of time because after that I went back to college and all that. So many things happened. I got married, the baby getting processed and all that, taking care of them and all that. And I can just say it is the right time. It was the right time.
Okay, is this why then they keep saying that female artists, and this is just in general, whether gospel or secular, doesn't really matter, that they are not as consistent? Because you began writing in 2006, 2007, you started recording in 2021. I've not had anywhere where you've mentioned that finances was quite a bit of a challenge, so it looked like there were other factors like getting married, going back to school and all of that that perhaps inhibited you from recording. So does that actually agree with the fact that female artists are consistent? Okay,
let me say that it's not that we are not consistent.
Okay.
I think as a woman, as a whole, like not even the musicians, mwanamke, tuseme kama mwanamke, like
just a woman.
Just a woman, like me now, I am a woman.
Yeah.
I think the barriers ahead of us are quite many, yeah, to maybe reach where we want to reach. Because, like, for example, I've talked about childbearing and such. Yeah, you know, like, for example, if I have a baby, like you as a mother, you are the one to take care of this baby. You know, like your husband can be out there, but you'll be the one, okay, let me say the main person with this child. Okay, so I think the barriers to a woman are more compared to men. That's my view, and I think it's true.
So you should stop saying that female artists are inconsistent.
We are
should
not
just understand.
Just to understand that whatever that is ahead of us, and you need that time also to do all this. So, yeah.
Okay, your first song, was it Tunaku Pamba? Is it?
No.
It wasn't?
That's my third song.
That's
actually
your latest song.
Yes.
So your first was Baba na Kuabudu.
Yes,
Tell
Baba
us a bit about that one.
Okay, Baba Tunakuabudu, that's the first song, as I said, I wrote in 2006. Yeah, so Baba Nakuabudu, okay, it is a worship song, just worshiping the Lord of what he had done to me at that time, a young girl, you know, doing all this at the age of 19, you can just imagine. And I sincerely saw the grace of God on me, because even in the praise and worship, I could see his presence. Yeah, just there. He's using me, and people could appreciate. And the many, many things that he has done family-wise and all that, to the far that he had brought me. So God gave me this song. I can't say I normally, like, I can start writing now, nikwambie ninaandika song. I don't know if other people do it that way, but I dream my songs. I dream my songs, I get, you know, napata mpaka hiyo, inaitwa jeni tune, hiyo beat, and a message.
Through dreams?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I normally do it in two ways. I can do it through a dream.
Okay. Or
I have a revelation of a song, maybe walking and all that. So I get that revelation of a song and I write. But I normally receive your beat and the message. now I can go down and sit, maybe get the Bible and, you know, inquire and then write. So I dreamt Baba tunakuabudu. Yeah. And later, I know my mom is watching me somewhere, and I'm not going to say this in detail. She commented something, and I was like, yes. Yeah, like the last part of that song says, like, kama sio wewe, baba ningekuwa wapi. My mother commented something, and I was like, okay, maybe this is the reason I wrote this song. Yeah.
Why don't you want to tell us what she commented?
You know, let me not say that.
All right, so to say that your music, your songs are Holy Spirit inspired. And I think that's, I want us to stay there a bit, because when you look at the space right now, particularly gospel, I mean, the kind of conversation we're having anyway, there's a lot of talk about artists just sing just because. I mean, some would say the gospel space is one of those paying kind of sector in music. Some would say it's one of those areas that you would want to get famous very quick.
Somehow I can.
Okay.
I agree.
Konini?
Okay, let me say, okay, let me talk about myself and maybe many others. Naona ni kama, like in music, like in gospel, it also depends. Okay? Like we have gospel artists, and some of us maybe call ourselves gospel
ministers.
Music ministers.
Okay.
You see? So these are very two different people. Okay? Being a gospel minister, it means this is a job, like something you are doing for God. Are you getting?
Yes.
Something you are doing for God. It is an assignment that you are doing. You are ministering on something. Okay? So a minister listens from God most. Listens from God. Like, to be sincere, I cannot write a song if I'm not connected. That's me. I can finish writing a song and then ask myself, but then how did I even do this? Hii song yote nimeandika. Sasa hata nimeandika namna gani? I don't even understand it myself. I can't write a song if I'm not connected. So a minister has a source. The source of the message.
Okay.
Yes. You listen directly from God. You receive a message from God, and that's what you deliver. You can attest, I think you've listened to many music,
Yes.
Unasikiza muziki, and there is nothing you feel.
Unasikia hii iko na Holy Spirit.
Na ingine unasikia hii iko na backup.
Na hii ni sauti.
Na hii ni sauti tu.
You can
by
actually
you
tell,
can, by the way tell if you're very keen.
Yeah.
Unasikia hapa, haka kasong kako na backup fulani. You know, like ile tu una charge simu. There is a backup to this song. Na zingine unasikia tu hapana. This is just singing.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a difference between singing and ministry. Yes.
So you describe yourself as a gospel minister?
Yes, I'm a gospel music minister.
Not just a gospel minister, but a gospel music minister.
Minister, yes. I minister through music.
Owing to the fact that your inspiration comes from the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
And is that your entire inspiration, or is there something else beyond that?
Okay, I think that is the main for me. That is the main for me. I think you've talked about maybe music paying or something.
Yeah.
To be sincere, when I started all this thing, I had no idea. Actually, I've learned about the paying after I've released my first song. Sasa ndo ninaanza kuambiwa na wenzangu, like this happens. Yeah, this thing can pay or all that. But the main thing that inspires me, to dwell in this, it is a calling in me. And that's why I'm doing it, and that's why I'm sponsoring it and making sure that it is out there. I can't say it's paying. We are not. I just started last year, so I can't say I've received a penny.
But you began from way back, only that you began recording last year. Speaking of way back anyway, that it was in 2006, 2007, as you mentioned, you were 19, so clearly you were sort of young.
Yes, I was.
And you were writing, not recording. What kind of support did family play in your writing?
Okay, let me say, like my mother, she saw this. She really saw this coming. Yeah, aliona sana. So she used to really encourage me. Yeah. And to sing, like she made sure that I go to church, first of all, and I get that opportunity to serve. I can also thank my pastor. really so much. I know he's not watching me, but he will see this later. Pastor Nyashoti, this man of God encouraged me. He gave me the platform to serve. Yeah. And the people, the family members, they gave me the opportunity to really serve. Yeah, when they saw me, maybe nikitoka, like from college, I come back home during the holidays. You know, the support they give you, yani wanakupatia yote, like, hey, kindly serve. Now you are here, serve. Yeah, just serve. So I can say from the family, they encouraged me and made sure that I have the platform to serve at that moment. But also, as a parent also, unataka pia mtoto asome. Imagine this time sijaenda hata kole.
Unaandika tu.
Andika tu wimbo hapo. Ni msanii. Unaona pia mzazi anataka pia usome. Yeah. So hata kama anakuona pia unaimba, anataka you do the other part. Yeah.
That song playing, which one is that?
That is Baba Tunakuabudu.
Oh, the one that we just talked about.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you look at that support system, I mean, honestly, oftentimes when you talk to artists, this is again in general, they would tell you just the way you've mentioned, mzazi anataka uende usome, but at least much as they wanted that, they still supported you. Oftentimes, good number of artists, they lack that. When you look at the kind of support you had, fast forward, what kind of impact has it made in you, just as a gospel music minister, as you describe yourself?
Come up again, please.
In terms of the kind of impact it has made to you, even just as you look forward as a parent as well, when it comes to supporting children, when it comes to the arts space, impact gani hiyo support imekuwa kwako all through, and even as you look forward to it?
I can say in terms of support, or rather, I don't know if to speak it up in terms of a woman. Yeah, like I have a daughter, 5 years old. I know she's watching, mommy, and this girl sings, you know. This girl sings so much, and I can see it. At 5 years, I can see this girl can sing. Yeah, so I can say the support that I can give to this girl, maybe, or the parents there that are seeing like this, their babies are gifted in that. Yeah, just to mentor them, just to give them an opportunity, yeah, to do what they love. Okay, CBC squeezy hata inatu allow. Yeah, so maybe buying for them some the instruments, maybe a keyboard in the house, let them learn to do some stuff, give them an opportunity to sing, like what was done to me by my mother. She made sure that I have that platform, and she took me to where I can at least minister and discover more about myself. So I can say really that has impacted me to even look now at my daughter, okay, and raise her to become what she wants to become. And also I can say too many I have gone maybe to places to minister, and then somebody runs to me like, I want to do music. Very young girls, hata mimi nataka, how do you do it? So maybe as I know I'm not up there, but at least unaona ninapata hata kama ni hawa kidogo wenye tuko kiwango kimoja huku chini. So just lifting. Let's try and lift one another. Yeah, we need that encouragement. Have somebody to mentor. Yeah, if I get somebody to mentor me also, I won't, you know, sitaskia vibaya. Sitaskia vibaya. Yeah.
All right. You say that when you go to places to minister, you have those that come to you, and obviously that just means that you perform as well as record.
Yeah.
Which one is good for you, performing or recording? I mean, sometimes you would meet some artists, they will tell you that for me, performance is good because when I get to hear the shouts of my audience, it gives me motivation. So which one is it for you?
For me, it's ministering. I think it's one of the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. When I go to record, like from the starting of it all, like as I've said, maybe having the song, writing it down, going to the studio for the audios first, and maybe to the shooting of the video, and then it's out there, you are invited to go and minister. To me, all that is ministry. I don't think I can separate it.
Okay, so it's just one and the same, whether it's performance or recording.
And I can also say this, even without these songs, as I told you, I used to sing. I used to minister.
So if you weren't singing, you still would be singing?
Yes, even without.
why we keep saying that our gospel ministry is not quite in the right direction, as it were. I mean, when you are in this journey, whether it's from when you began writing up to now that you've started recording, in between when you took a break, who were your mentors? Have you had a chance to have someone who has walked with you?
To speak the truth, no.
So it has been you all the way?
It's been me. It has been me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So who do you look up to? Who would you want to mentor you then? Because you just said that kuna wale wenye pia wanakuangalia wanakuambia Nelly, I think unaweza nisaidia hapa na pale. And I mean, you can't quite mentor if you haven't been mentored.
Okay. How can I say that? So, are you asking me maybe somebody in music who can mentor me?
It could be anyone. You also talked about your pastor who was a very good support system for you.
I could like to be mentored, to be sincere, to be shown the way on doing the right thing. Yeah, you know, like for example, as I said, I normally write just my own songs. I've never I've never even gone for a voice training or something. So anything or anybody that can make me become a better person, a better version of a music minister. Yeah, I can really welcome that. Yeah, in writing, even if it is akuonyeshe, nimekwambia najiandikia tu na sijauliza mtu, like I just write, from what I receive, and maybe voice, maybe it's not coming up very well. There are some people who are telling me that sauti nimeimbia tunakupamba, it's quite more refined than,
which is your latest song.
Yes, so more refined growth. Than it has improved. You know, so I think with time it is improving. So if you get somebody also to, you know, help you in this, to help me in this, that is to just become a better version, of me, to become better in music, I really welcome that.
And that you have in mind? I mean, they just can't come to you and start saying, you know, Nelly, by the way.
Okay, at the moment, actually, the person who is really helping me into this is actually my producer.
That's what I wanted you to say all this while, and you're not saying it.
My producer, David.
So he's now like your mentor. Yes. He's guiding you.
He mentors me when I go there, ataniambia, do this, this one can become, itatoka poa, kushinda hii. So at the moment, he helps me.
All right, talk to us about Tunakupamba as we sort of bring the conversation to a close, which is your latest song.
My latest song now, this was not a dream song. This was a revelation song. I remember I was going to town. So wanatembea kidogo ndo nipande gari, then now I go. So hiyo distance, I was coming actually to town for an exam. So hiyo kutembea tu nikiangalia mazingira. I stay at Spring Valley, a lot of trees and all that. I just had this voice. Nikapata hii song. I've sung most about God's creation. So it was a revelation from what I'm just seeing. The trees, the mountain and all that. So I was just telling God, you know, ametumba sisi sote. And he's worthy. Just worthy of our praise.
And that's the song right there on the screen. Is it?
Yes.
Which is your latest song?
That is my latest song.
All
it
in
is 2 weeks old.
Of God's glory?
Creation.
Okay. All right. So what next for you as a gospel music minister? I mean, you have already 3 songs. Are all of them recorded?
The 3 songs?
Yeah, you have Tunakupamba, Asubuhi Kicheko, your first song as well, which you talked about. So what next for you as a gospel music minister? More music
coming. Actually, nilishoot video mbili nikifanya Tunakupamba. So another one is coming called Destiny very soon. It is a reggae.
So you took a break, but now you're coming like you never took a break.
Fire. With fire. I remember my pastor, the one I was talking about, when he saw the first song, he told me the giant has woken because he knows what I'm capable of by the grace of God.
Wow.
So sahi nimbele. By the grace of God nimbele. Yes.
So your fans will expect more content, more music,
more content.
More and more content.
Yes.
All right.
We trust God for provision and all this because everything, you know,
It needs money. But you didn't talk about money, so it looks like you're good. You didn't talk about money when you're telling us your story, so it looks like finances are not really quite a challenge for you.
Okay, to be sincere, it's not, music is quite expensive. But anyway, as I said, this is a ministry. So I normally go back to the giver.
And say, so what are we doing now? Hakuna kakitu.
Hakuna kakitu. So somehow he provides. Yeah, I'm still looking up unto him to provide even for the next song.
Right.
He may touch people that are watching me. Yeah, in his own way, let him provide. I will appreciate that.
All right. Well said, and a good place to end this conversation. I've been speaking to Nelly Kanazi, who describes herself as a gospel music minister, just trying to see those that are in this space, what can they do to change, or at least sort of bring back the gospel space to the right area that it needs to be. But we're not yet done with this conversation around entertainment. We are coming back with so much more, so stay with us.